Hello, Monster Bound here. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 66 of my Skarsnik campaign. We're heading towards victory, or at least a type of victory. Not the victory I wanted. We're not going to prove we're the biggest, bestest Goblin warlord ever by taking over Ulthuan. Unfortunately, Ulthuan will probably stay unmolested by Skarsnik. Sad times. However, we do have we've almost got a victory. So that's got to be a good thing. That's got to be a good thing. Just the dwarves just have this one settlement left, Magritta. Have we already done that this turn? Probably. Yeah. Okay. So the dwarves have got Magritta left. The Empire just has 4 settlements. I just want to double check that's 4 settlements.
I will hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I don't really care. Carl, yeah, 4 settlements left. So it looks like they've got Middenheim, Hockland, Talabheim, and Nullen. And last episode, we burned Nullen to the ground. We almost lost Ashag doing it, but we did manage it, and we're going to raise it next turn. The Beastmen seem to be laying siege to Middenheim, which is good. We're going to send a war over to assist them potentially if they want that. And Ugrok here is kind of surplus requirements at the moment, actually, so he can just pass his turn, I think. And we're going to get Talabheim. But I think we're going to need some towers for that because they've got those dreaded mortars. Wah, indeed. Looks like Belagar, our old enemy, is going to be the last dwarf lord defending Magritta. So it's kind of works, doesn't it? So we're going to be fighting Belagar for their last city. He's hurriedly recruiting every single unit he can get his hands on. But Skarsnik and Gore are headed straight for the city. So it's not like he's really got much of a chance. But he's going to do his best, so that's, you know. And the poor old clan Pestilence, not having a very good day. At one point it looked like they were gonna push back. Unfortunately, the High Elves then redeployed some of their armies, and it didn't go so well for old Skrulk. So he's been pushed back to I think he's got 3 settlements left. Queek, on the other hand, doing quite well, although the undead have been pushing him back a bit. I think some of his armies redeployed to deal with Krokgar over in the east.
Just get to the point.
Hello, Mash. You want a non-aggression pact? I'm going to say no. Mostly because I've got a huge squig horde headed your way. What I do need to do is redeploy some agents southward, just in case they get some walls up. I don't think they will, but it's just to be on the safe side. Okay. Critical failure, good. We've spotted Morga. It's fine. Vessels of Chaos have been destroyed. Skarsnik has got a war. Nagbad has got a war. And some agents moving. Muzrob is independent. A strong independent goblin. Right, I think that should be... We should be able to take that on, no problem. Yeah, no issue. And we are going to raise it to the ground. Nice work, everyone. And then we are going to move Nala northward. He's going to link up with the other Goblin Warlords. We also need to get... Yeah, clear that wild target. I need some agents to the south. So Scarfag, you are going to come down here. Yes, that way. No, I'm not mental. Just hurry up. Okay, have a giant... actually, no. Damage walls. That's what you need to do. Oh, and specialist, just to increase your chance, just in case they get walls up. I don't think defeating them should be much of an issue. But, just in case. Just to be on the safe side. Let's damage the walls. Success. Good work. And again... Perfect. And then Grimgore is going to have he's going to have first dibs. Yeah, the army here is pretty good, but the walls are not. So the wall strength is 0, which means they will have no walls. And Skarsnik's going to move up. So we're going to do that battle this turn. But I always like to see what else I can do before we do the battle. So, okay, Nala, you're moving up there. That's fine. Blardub, you can move up. Pigkisser, I think you're going to come down here just in case. I just have a bad feeling that my Squig Horde might not have the desired effect. We've also got Nagbad here. Now, he needs just a little bit more. Well, we do have quite a few breaches, and that wall strength is really low. So we probably could do that. Our agents are very, very good at knocking down walls. In some cases, all of them. Okay. It's time to kill the dwarves once and for all. And we are fighting Belagar. Last settlement of the dwarves. We're closing on victory, and this is one of the last steps. So they're going to go make straight for the breaches done by our Goblin big bosses. And Skarsnik is arriving over on the left flank. Grimgore's going to be first through the wall eventually. For some reason, our units had a little bit of difficulty just working out if they should come through the breach or not. However, Grimgore is going to be first through. There he is, and he's going to go straight into these crawlers and take a huge chunk out of their health. Jeez. Backed up by some trolls. Finally, Black Orcs pouring through. Thunderers opening fire point blank. That's going to do nothing but make them slightly angrier. Really. That's about the only thing that's going to achieve. And then the Black Orcs are going to cut down the dwarves pretty quickly. The dwarves are already in a lot of trouble at the breach there. They were trying to defend them with missile units. Probably not the most sensible option. Some Longbeards moving up to help their brethren, but then they stop and actually decide, well, should we or not? Then they kind of decide actually no, and then get blown up by Gosbag over there. Some big guns come charging through this breach and end up with slightly stiffer competition as the warriors of Dragonfire pass and some slayers meet them. Azhag's forces now tearing through their side of the city. Goblins hitting Ironbreakers. I mean, if anything, Grimgore had a slightly easier time of it because Ironbreakers obviously against goblins, not so good for the goblins. Unfortunately, we're numerous. We might not have quality, but we've got quantity, and those goblins are going to absolutely surround these guys, every side, every direction. Graham's here as well. He's going to help our squigs, taking out some thunderers. Once they're dealt with, they will be free to head deep into the city and deal with the units sort of hanging around. big foot of Gork there, and that does some tremendous damage. Our Black Orcs have charged forward. Belegar's got stuck in as well. But currently our Black Orcs are being exploded in the face by satchel charges. That is not cricket. So now our Black Orcs are on fire and very annoyed. However, Grimgor and Belegar going at it toe to toe. Well, Grimgor's actually ignoring Belegar at the moment, but yeah. Finally, there we go. There we go. I wonder what happened to Belegar's ghost guys. What happened to them? Because I didn't think they could die, but maybe they can. Maybe they disappear once Belegar confederates? Because there was a point where it was a real pain in the arse dealing with them, and then they just suddenly disappeared. Not that I'm complaining, but it seemed odd. Anyway, Ironbreaker's getting torn to pieces, Black Orcs getting exploded, but it's not doing an awful lot of damage. And the miners are running low on ammo. Finally, the Black Orcs have broken through, so they can lock up these miners in combat to stop them throwing satchel charges in our face. Grimgor currently up to 43 kills. Belegar getting smacked around, well, he's getting stamped on by a giant. Over the other side of the city, it looks like Skarsnik's forces over here having a little bit of trouble, but they are against Longbeards, the Grumbling Guard. Is it just 2 units? Yeah, oh no, 3 units. They've got 2 units of... Sorry, they've got Longbeards with great weapons, the Grumbling Guard and Hammerers. And the Warlord's boys taking quite a bit of punishment. But the rest of Skarsnik's forces are currently having a little breather by the looks of it. Currently not doing anything. But his cavalry has managed to clean up the city centre quite convincingly. Just a few units of Thunderers to deal with. Now currently getting bombarded from the air by stupid bloody gyrocopters. God, I hate those things. The dwarves at the gates have been completely overrun. Belegar has broken and is running. Looks like he's going to get away. He's got 482 health left. He's being chased by Crimson Killers. There's still a nice big blob of dwarves fighting some of Skarsnik's units. And Grimgor's going to lend some assistance. A friend in need is a friend who might have enemies that needs killing. Black Orcs just going to hack their way through the Grumbling Guard and the dwarves take one look at the huge horde approaching and decide to flee. There's a few units to chase down. We do have got some archers outside. They should be able to open fire and deal with them. Looks like the Master Engineer is fleeing off in the distance. But he's taking a lot of damage from these archers. It's basically a firing squad. Belegar is being chopped. A little bit chopped. 169 health. He's taking damage from the Warlord's boys. They're putting the boot in. He's dazed. He's confused. He doesn't know where he is. Doesn't know what day it is. It's just he's trying to get away. He's got 69 health left. Of course, the sexiest number. But he's going to make a break for it. Off he goes. Fleeing off in the distance, in disgrace. He's failed to defend the last Dwarven stronghold. And the dwarves about to become an endangered species. As soon as we deal with these stupid bloody gyrocopters. So Skarsnik's going to use his product. Which did basically nothing. Taking some bombing damage, some light goblin. Oh, it's just oh, I hate gyrocopters. Against, I mean, Malekith campaign, dealing with gyrocopters, no problem. Dark Shards, eat gyrocopters for breakfast. But Goblin Archers, I mean, they're just garbage. So we've got to bring our Goblin Shamans up, and Gozbag is going to throw some bolts at them. Hopefully do enough damage to break the last few gyrocopters. But the last few Dwarven units now fleeing off the field. This is definitely a victory. The last Dwarven city has fallen. Another part of our victory conditions complete. Goodbye, Belagar. The money comes as some comfort to the loss of a respected enemy. By dwarves. Dwarves have been obliterated. There is nothing left apart from the echoing laughter of thirsting gods. And Grimgore is King Hammer. Nice work. That felt good. We'll go and raise Tabaro to the ground on the way home, I think. That's probably what we'll do. So now we just need to deal with the Empire. So there's just 3 settlements left for the Empire, and then we also need to deal with the top knots down here. And Thograt is going to do that for us. Bless his little cotton socks. No, this way. Good. Good lad. Azag is here indeed. Going to have to move north. Got some replenishment to do, and we also need to deal with Talabheim. Where are we? Who is laying siege? Nagbad was. Okay, well the walls are pretty much smashed to pieces, so it shouldn't be too difficult to overwhelm the defenders. They do have a lot of great swords and 2 mortars, and I don't like mortars, so actually this is more kind of an army that you would generally see the Empire have. Handgunners, I mean the Knights of the Verdant, Knights of the Blazing Sun are vanilla. Demigryph Knights, Knights of the Verdant Field not so much. Otherwise, interesting. Okay, see if we can take this without too many casualties. Talabheim, one of the last few Empire settlements still standing. It's a bit of a shame. For a while, Karl was doing pretty well for himself, but then the Wood Elves happened, and I happened, and the Beastmen happened, and it all kind of fell apart, didn't it, Karl? Never mind. Our Squigs are pouring through these breaches over here. They're going to go straight into these Knights of the Verdant Field. They're wearing very dapper hats. That's nice. Unfortunately, they're not going to do very well against Squigs. So there's that. The rest of our army is heading straight for these breaches over here. Our trolls have come tearing through. They've engaged a bunch of handgunners. Not particularly sensible using handgunners to plug breaches, but I guess they didn't have much else to use. And although the trolls are by themselves at the moment, lots of our night goblins are now arriving to assist, as well as Largarg over there. Reinforcements arriving on this side. Here comes our night goblin war boss. Durbok murdering a few handgunners. I'll stop them from opening fire at least. Our Squig Hoppers have engaged some great swords, and we really do need to go and deal with these units in the centre. They've got a couple of mortars here who are currently racking up kills. We're going to send 1 unit of Squigs to engage the great swords. Just wrap around, cut them down. Squig Hoppers, of course, armour piercing and good against infantry. Not good news for the great swords. Further in the city, A unit of handgunners is currently trying to run away from some squig hoppers. Is that sensible? No, because obviously squig hoppers are going to be slightly faster than these handgunners. Just like that. So handgunners going to get eaten, as are the mortar crews. So that's put the mortars out of commission. Or should do anyway. Elsewhere, our squigs have... I mean, our squigs are doing pretty bloody well, considering they've been fighting probably the most elite units in the garrison. So they've got some Knights of the Blazing Sun. And a whole bunch of great swords. And our squigs have taken some damage, but they're also dishing it out quite nicely. Look at that. Knights of the Blazing Sun. I honestly think they're losing this battle. Yep, unit losing. Squig hoppers losing slightly. Unit losing. Unit losing. It does say everyone's losing. Maybe that's a message we could take away from this. In war, everyone really loses, apart from Skarsnik, who always wins. Further in the city, at the breaches, Knight Gobbo's continuing to make an impact on the great swords. Trolls lending their support. Archers firing indiscriminately. It's your classic Goblin mob. Demigryph Knights have apparently had enough. They killed 55 and now they're routing, having been swarmed by goblins. Yes, we lost some goblins. There's always more goblins. Our squig hoppers are winning this engagement. They've managed to completely crush the Knights of the Blazing Sun. They're off. Looks like the freelance knights, they're routing as well. It's just a unit of great swords who are also now routing, and the squigs have managed to break the vast majority of the elite units of the garrison by themselves. Yes, they took a lot of damage doing it, but I mean, that is squig hoppers, just the best, aren't they? I love squig hoppers. Just great units. Units in the city centre have been cleaned up very nicely. Nothing left. Rest of the Imperial army fleeing. Talabheim is now under my control. I might burn it to the ground. I might keep it. Who knows? Once again, squig hoppers, just the best unit. I mean, I could sack it. Not much replenishment. I could loot and occupy. Yeah, I'm going to loot and occupy. So I have a position to hit Herr Gig and Middenheim from. I think is probably a good shout. So we need to get some replenishment buildings in here. So let's get idols. Let's repair that and that. Yeah, let's get that one. Beastless? Yeah, it's not really worth it. Shiny stuff. And a Raiden thing. Good. Nagbad, you've got 2 skill points, which we're going to pop in. You've got Renowned and Feared, so let's go for Choppers. And Largug, you can wound people. And hinder replenishment. And then Morglor, you can have Night Shroud, a spell I never use. And Durbok, you evasive. Good stuff. And replenishment wise, not too bad. Could be worse. Muzrob, you could actually lay siege. Can you? Oh, it's not really. Yeah, okay. Lay siege. We could actually build some siege towers, couldn't we? Yeah, let's do that. Let's build some siege towers. Shouldn't be too difficult to take Herr Gig. Did Middenheim win that battle? I think it did. The Beastmen probably got their ass kicked by the garrison. To be honest, that wasn't a massive surprise. They were mostly just Ungors, so yeah. Ungors, not the best. Badax, you can come over here. What? Have the Wood Elves made peace with the Empire?
It spews forth sound,
yeah.
But I fail to understand it.
Alright. Brad Pitt lookalike. Can you steal technology? No. No, you can't. That's okay. It's not like we really need the technology anyway. I think I've only got one. I mean, one tech will give plus leadership to Goblin Spider Riders. I don't use Goblin Spider Riders. And the other gives armour to chariots. And I've only got one chariot, so not a big deal. However, it does look like Middenheim is recruiting. A last-ditch attempt to stop the incoming goblin swarm. There's dark elves in Norska. That's a lot of dark elves up there. They're really taking. I didn't think the dark elves were up to much. They seemed for a long time they just didn't seem to do anything, and then suddenly they sprung to life and they seem to be conquering left, right, and centre.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Defensive alliance. Yeah, sure. Don't see why not. Those top knots springing up was such a pain in the arse. That particular one province has always just been out of my reach. So we've got raiding going on, that's my own war. Yes, assault garrisons. Well, that's not a big deal. Morgar. We've got red paint. And we've got imminent rebellion in the border princes, apparently, is a thing. I'm not really that... what's this? Our troops are lost. Whether this is due to some nefarious scheme, grey magic enchantment, or simple incompetence is irrelevant. They must retrace their steps and lose some time. Myrmidons. Oh no. You are shitting me. Really? The one army that I need to move fast suddenly can't move fast. Lovely. Okay. Okay, let's go and deal with that. I think I might have to send Skarsnik to assist just to be on the safe side. I would hate to reach the top knots, only to find that we can't defeat them. Nala, you're going to continue moving up as Hag. What I want you to do, I guess you can keep moving up, but I'm not that overly concerned. Picissa, you were coming down south. You were doing some replenishment there, which was fine. We got our war to help. I mean, we could theoretically just win that one fairly easily. If we move, wait one more turn for the next tower, get some replenishment, move over, capture it. We need to move on Middenheim soon, because the longer we leave it, the more units that Volkmar's going to recruit. And that'll just make life harder for us. Yeah, he's already recruiting the regiments around. We might need to get Azhag up there to assist. Talking of Azhag, Warg, you've got a, you can do wound. You can be a specialist as well. It's simply delightful. Let's get some money. Let's do that. Yeah, Zvorak is going to rebel. Don't really care. It will mean the border princes pop back up again, but it's not like they can do very much. Yeah. I'll let them pop back up. I can't be bothered to move anyone over there. Let's get some walls. It doesn't really matter, does it? Durbok. Yeah, you can... You can move down here. We're going to move you up here. We've got research available. So, choices. Spider worship or tough chassis. Let's go for spider worship. Worship the many-eyed god, the feaster from beyond, as it is known to the forest goblins. Ensure its children stay in the fight. Don't know why you'd need more leadership for forest goblin spider riders, really. No sign of Archaon. He must still be around because Chaos hasn't given up yet. Or has it? Huh. It's a bit cheeky. Guess we're going to have to retreat. I mean, on one hand, at least he won't be able to recruit more units that turn, so...
What do you want?
Hello, Karak. A military alliance. Yeah, sure. You smart. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. I like to think so. There's Teclis. Yeah, I think Skrulk's days are numbered. I haven't seen Tyrion, though, since... he left. So I don't know where he's gone. He's probably back in Ulthuan, maybe. Maybe the Dark Elves are invading? Yeah, I mean, that's not going to be difficult to defeat that army, so we'll just auto-resolve that, and the Horde of Princes are dead again. So, well, good attempt, guys. 10 out of 10 for effort. 1 out of 1,000,000 for execution. Apparently Florence Dubois is back, and she's stolen some technology from the goblins. Blah, blah, blah. Nagbad is an engineer. Nagbad is severe. He's a severe engineer. Right, Thograt is heading in the right direction. Skarsnik, can you sack? We'll just kill the High Elves again, and we'll sack it for replenishment. Basically. This upgrading count is going to give us even more replenishment. Grimgore, you can move down there, that's fine. Azhag, you're moving northward. Nala, so are you. Now, we do have this army at Hergig, and it could be problematic. But maybe we can use it to our advantage. So, if we attack Hergig... Yes. Now... Can he get away? No, he can't. by Volkmar. And Musrub has Grimsbane. All the piety, part of piety in the old world means nothing when faced with superior military muscle. +3 melee defense for infantry units. So, oh, melee attack, and that's a nice one. Very nice indeed. All kinds of good stuff. So we can hit that city next turn. Oh, public order here is awful. Absolutely atrocious. Never mind. Herr Gig should fall fairly soon. In fact, what we might do is just get our Wars to back us up. Do that. That looks fine. Hozcub, I haven't seen Chaos. I don't think they're there. Maybe they're just not. Maybe they've got one army hanging around somewhere. Just we don't know where. Let's keep just smacking down the walls and stealing their technology. Basically, just being a bit of a. We're just going to, pester them. Blardub, you can move up to help. And end turn.
Let's get stabby. Let's get stabby. Dogs will.
Not sure why you're scouting the ruins. There aren't any Skaven anywhere near there. Hello, Orion. You want a non-aggression pact for some money. I have matters of paramount. I forgot who I was talking to. I have something for you. Okay, yeah. I don't understand. I mean, is he just mental? He sounds mental. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. This is well done. Thanks, Orion. You crazy tree-hugging hippie. Oh dear. Poor old Skrolk. He did his best. He tried hard. He does have Hualotl, but I'm not sure he'll have it for very long. And Krokgar continuing to do his best. But it doesn't look like he's doing very well, does it? He looks like he's really struggling down there. The Dark Elves have taken quite a large chunk of Norska. And Queek is continuing to attempt to expand. But he's got armies. He's not focused enough. His armies are all over the place.
I heard yous lot like it dark. So do I.
Military alliance. Do you what? Oh, you've got Marienburg. So you lost Muslon, but you've got Marienburg. Well, I mean that's actually a pretty good base to attack from. So yeah, sure, you can have a military alliance. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hold Marienburg. I mean, there's no one attacking you right now. Oh, is that the Chaos Army over there? Is that Kolek? Is Kolek in Bretonia?
Got ourselves a visitor.
Zoroth, you're alive. You want a defensive alliance? Yeah, sure. Everyone loves Skarsnik. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Fine. If they'd be there now if it wasn't for that stupid event. The one army that I really don't need any kind of movement debuff on. Now, Grimgore. What I'm going to do, we're going to murder all the High Elves. Tick. Done. Good job. Then, we're going to occupy. Now, why are we doing that? Because it'll give a good send-off for Skarsnik on his grand voyage. Off he goes. There we go. Otherwise, it would have taken him a whole movement turn just to get into the sea, which would have been annoying. So, yes, there's Kolek. So, yes, there was a Chaos Army remaining. There it is, and there is Kolek. I thought I hadn't seen him. So maybe he spawned somewhere else. Huh, interesting. Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, at least we know where he is now, so that's it's not really comforting, but it's a thing, isn't it? It's good. Okay, let's. Can we take out Hergig? Yeah, we can. We're just going to auto-resolve that. We've all fought Empire cities before, and I'm just going to raise it. Blah 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 blah. Lovely. It's. I mean, not doing too badly. Let's just move up. We're now converging on Middenheim. That's the last settlement left for the Empire. And then we just need to deal with the top knots. So let's keep smacking down the walls.
I will not obey.
And steal their technology. Just for, you know, laughs. Just for larks.
Let's get stabby. Boss?
Oh, Carl's up. And he's got some friends. Kolek is going to... He's going to beat the crap out of Durthu. Just sort of ran into him and Durthu fell over. Poor old Durthu. I mean, I've got to give it to Albert. He might be the most boring legendary lord in the game, but he is kicking some serious arse with his little groupies. I mean, he's beaten up Kislev multiple times. He just killed Morga. Looks like Skrulk's going to... Yeah. I think he's still got one settlement left. But it looks like the Dark Elves are bearing it. Basically, he's got a... Yep, Skrulk has a serious issue with elves at the moment. Elves everywhere. The poor Skaven are being overrun by sheer weight of elves.
Speak up, or I'll take your tongue.
Hello, Malekith. You want a peace treaty? You know what? I am more than happy to take your peace treaty. Now, my only concern is, once the High Elves have finished kicking the stuffing out of Skrulk, the only thing they'll have to... Well, they'll be fighting the Dark Elves at that point, but... Oh, hello. Well, that's going to come in useful. But on the other hand, it does mean that they're going to have a lot of armies that they can send my way. They might not. But... I'm just preparing for it.
If this is bad news, I'll poke out your eyes.
You again. Do you want an Onagorish pack? No. I keep saying no. You keep asking. No means no. Okay, we got Raid in. Durbok has sea legs. That's good to know. As does Pitkisser. And well, Mash One Finger has decided to poke his nose into my territory. That's going to be a critical mistake. Oh. And Glugzag, you've got a skill point which we're going to put in Itchy Nuisance because that's going to become quite useful. Yes, I'm going to declare war on the Top Knots. Join me, my allies. Supposed to scare us, ha 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 ha. Well, it's going to be a little bit scary when I throw a whole stack of squig hoppers at you. What's better than a whole bunch of squig hoppers? Even more squig hoppers, an entire army of squig hoppers. That's what's better. We have an entire army of... Oh my god, there's so many squig hoppers. And the poor Savage Orcs... I mean, this is basically going to be a slaughter, and a pretty quick one at that. It's like some Savage Orc Ball Boys going to try and deal with Waz Humper. But they are then going to get charged in return by Squig Hoppers, a lot of Squig Hoppers. And then of course, because we've got so many Squig Hoppers, we can actually flank around, 3 units flanking over that side, 3 units flanking over that side. What does that mean? That means these Savage Orcs are about to have a very, very bad day. Surprisingly, the Savage Orcs don't want to fight an entire army of Squig Hoppers. And of course, the wonderful thing about... I mean, I cannot stress enough that an army of Squig Hoppers is literally the best thing in the world. Because not only can you murder everything, but also your entire army is mobile, which means chasing every last Savage Orc down is not really a big ask. Not many Savage Orcs are going to make it away from this. I legitimately think an entire Squig army is probably one of the best ideas I've ever had. So we managed to kill all but one Savage Orc. I'm really annoyed because I thought we'd managed to kill all of them, but no, one got away. Let's eat them, eat the captured for replenishment. Otherwise, I think we're looking pretty good, and we can head straight for Argul Migdal. Which, yeah, that's going to be a walkover. That's not even going to be any kind of competition for us. So let's move our armies up. To be honest, I think we're just going to throw everyone at it. Let's just do a last ditch. Steal their technology. Let's smash down the walls. What are the walls like? Right, wall strength 0. Yeah, that's a thing. And otherwise, I think we're just basically waiting on that attack of the city. And Migdal, obviously. Finish off the top knots, need to do that. And that last city should be all that remains of the Empire. And Carl bravely has decided to flee the city. Oh, there's Tyrion. He's finally shown up. And he's in Nostria now. And he's turned up just after the actual battle. So there's no more Skaven to kill, but he's arrived. Did he spend all that time just sailing down there? Ooh, Lord Mazdamundi is kicking ass and taking names, apparently. He just defeated 2 Dark Elf stacks by himself. Looks like Queek's lost ground. Looks like the undead are actually fighting back. Yeah, Clan Pestilence has just got that one last settlement left. It might be hidden, so they might be okay. But I don't really fancy their chances against all those High Elves.
This better be good.
Zoggoth. You want military access? Yeah, sure, why not? And once again, Florence Dubois has stolen technology from us. I'm not entirely sure what she's getting from it, but whatever. Muzrob is a lone wolf. We've got raiding, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Thogratz, if you would. Yeah, that's... I should have had an entire Squig army long ago. It is the best army. Top knots destroyed. Let's just check our victory conditions. So, got Karak 8 peaks. We've destroyed all the greenskins. We've occupied 25... Well, we've currently actually occupied, looted or raised 133. We need to destroy the following factions. The Empire, the Dwarves and Clan Angrond, all but the Empire, are dead. Archaon is wounded. We've earned way more raiding income, and we need 8 of these following settlements, and we have the 8. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we got 9. So yeah, we got 1 to spare. All good. And the Empire should only have 1 settlement remaining.
I remain unconvinced.
Well, you can remain unconvinced, Carl. I don't give a toss. You've only got 1 settlement left, which is this one here. The one surrounded by a horde of greenskins. Let's damage the walls. I can't actually... I love the way Carl has... Middenheim is the last bastion of the Empire. And rather than go down with the ship, Carl has decided to flee into the forest like a scared little rabbit with a pointy beak face. Okay, Azhag. Continue. Then I think we'll get... no, most of our Goblin units are a bit beat up, but we're just going to throw everyone in here. No, don't exchange unit. I just want you to... There we go. The last battle of the campaign. It's slightly weighted on our favour, mostly because we've got 4 armies. So we've basically got endless reinforcements. I can deal with Karl afterwards. This is basically the end. The last battle of the campaign. There is going to be absolutely no finesse here. I'm just going to warn you now. This is going to be an absolute massacre.
Don't move. Get tight.
So our lads moving up. We're being backed up by... Well, we've got 4 armies here. So we've got a lot of orcs, a lot of goblins. Azhag leading. The Empire putting up a spirited defence. Carl's not here. Carl's left. Carl ran away. Such a coward.
Now we strike! Forward, man!
I mean, they're going to do their best, but it's not really going to be good enough.
Get a slaughter. I command.
We will kill them all!
Moving fast. Dash it out.
In come the Boar Boys.
Blood on our ears!
Moving fast.
We are covered in orc blood!
You're about to be covered in your own blood. The Boar Boys charging through, backed up. Here come the big uns as well. They're coming through. So we've got Night Goblin War Boss.
Alright! Alright!
Getting a Purple Sun. Is going to do horrendous damage, and Azhag comes in as well. Azhag already racked up 36 kills. So we've got our Boar Boys coming charging into this mass of Ragnarites. I don't know what those are. Some Reiksguard trying to push the orcs back. Guess what? That's not going to work. More goblins pouring through. As I said, this is going to be very. This is going to lack finesse. This is just a sledgehammer. I'm sure the Imperial forces will fight bravely, but there's just no chance in hell. This is basically our victory march. It just happens to be over the faces of a whole bunch of humans. I do love killing humans. So even if we started losing units, we would have a lot more units to throw at them. Some more Ragnarites. I remember the Knights of the White Wolf, not the Ragnarites. That's new to me. I wouldn't mind a mod that just added maybe like Knights Panther and Knights of the White Wolf. That might be quite cool. I think just having like so many different types of knights is just a bit off. That's okay. I mean, you know, I'm sure some people will love the mod, and that's absolutely fine. It's just a bit too much for me, I think. I like to try and stay sort of true to the lore a bit. Hero forces breaking and running. So we've got control of this area as well. Just a few last defenders. Demigriff Knights, Reiksguard, and some handgunners. Looks like that's all that's left. There's still a few units still holding on. Looks like some great swords. Great swords still fighting. It looks like we're just going to ignore them. Some hammers of Sigmar. Firing arrows indiscriminately because why the hell not? It's not like casualties matter anymore. Units are torn into the centre here. Azhag getting stuck in. He's up to 83 kills already. Gonna cast Soul Blight. That's going to reduce weapon strength, leadership, melee attack, missile damage and armour. And with hordes and hordes of greenskins tearing their way towards them, it's no surprise really that the Imperial forces decide to break and run. And that means victory goes to us, although Karl is still outstanding. So there we go. Middenheim has fallen. And I'm going to just loot and occupy, I think. Oh, bloody hell. Good, good, good. Right, so it's just Carl left. There's Carl. He's taking attrition because he no longer has any settlements. So once Carl's dead, we win. So I'm just going to end the turn. Let's see what Carl does.
What do you want?
Huh. Interesting move, Carl. Not entirely. Right, so he's seen Middenheim with I think there's about 6 greenskin armies currently camped outside it, and he's laid siege to it with himself, 2 Empire captains, and a cannon. However, at least our territory has a very pleasing border down there. That's the what used to be the limits of the old world. Still, I'm absolutely fine with that. Now, obviously, if I can continue the campaign, I will, and we'll try and take Ulthuan. If I can't, then unfortunately I'm going to have to leave it there because I basically won't be able to continue it, and I am recording this on Sunday. And so basically I've managed to complete the campaign within the time limit, and just I'm right at the edge because I'm not going to have any more time to record. Probably today. And then on Monday, I'm going to be recording all the battles, the replays. And then, obviously, Tuesday, the patch hits. So I've made it. I've done it. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm quite pleased I managed to complete the campaign. I was worried I wouldn't. That's very pleasing. Right, let's go and see how Carl's doing. Yeah. Sea legs, good. Yeah, okay, fine, good. Right, so there's Carl. So we've got, there's Azhag's army there. That's Nala. There's Grimfang, Muzrub, Nagbad, Zajar, Maggot. So there's like 7 greenskin armies there. And Carl's army is himself, James Thorpe's an Empire captain, Boris Piffia, a warrior priest, and the Hammer of Witches, a great cannon. Now, I can't help but feel that I made fun of Carl for running away, but to be fair, he realised at the end that he had to do what he had to do. He had to stand up and be the Emperor. Unfortunately, in this case, he's obviously a wee bit outnumbered.
I suppose I might help.
Yes. So what would I could fight this. It would be pretty friggin' hilarious, but I'm just going to water resolve it. Thank you, Carl. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.